Hello there, my name's Joe Davison from Auburn Jam Music. I've just produced an album with Geof Pearson called Folly's Progress, and we're here today to ask him a few questions about what that experience has been like and what some of the songs are about. So Geof, first off, why have you called the album Folly's Progress?
Well, I've been songwriting and recording my songs really since my teens, and when I did that, I said to myself, well, I'll try to make some progress on it, but if I haven't made any progress really till by the age of 21, then I'll pack it in. But I never could. Now, here I am, sort of many years later, aged 121, releasing the album. And I think only Mr. Folly would record and accumulate well over 100 songs before starting to release them. But now, as you can see, progress is being made. The songs are beginning to get released. The album Folly's Progress is showing you basically how Mr. Folly has been doing over the last 100 years or so.
Excellent stuff. So are you saying really that you are Mr. Folly?
I think so, don't you?
Okay, well, let's have a listen to one of the tracks from Folly's Progress now. This is Don't Take My Money. Okay, so what's the story behind Don't Take My Money?
Well, I do like to write a new song in every new country I go to. And I was visiting Laredo in Texas, and I walked across the Rio Grande Bridge to Mexico and wrote this tune in Mexico. I like to do that really so that I can brag, hey, this song was written in Mexico. I always think it sounds more international that way, yeah?
It's good to be inspired by that.
The words, though, come from McDonald's because I think one of the young guys behind the counter thought, oh, this guy looks a bit doddery. So when I tendered my 20 quid, he only gave me change for a tenner, and that inspired that part of the song.
Okay. And was that in Mexico? You were at McDonald's?
No, the McDonald's was back in England, between Birmingham and Bristol on the M5, I think.
Okay, not quite so exotic.
No.
Okay, great. So tell us about another song from your album. What's the story behind Fly This Train?
Well, bragging again, this song was written in Spain. A lot of them are really, because I've got a place out there.
Okay.
This song's based on a real experience. Most of them are indeed. I was waiting at Madrid station for the 4 p.m. express to Murcia when the train came in a few minutes late. When I tried to set up my reserved seat, someone else was already sat in it.
Oh, we've been there. All been there.
It transpired, though, that it was me in the wrong. I'd actually caught the 2 p.m. train that was running more than 2 hours late, rather than my 4 p.m. train. And the train manager wasn't at all pleased. I wasn't very pleased either. So there was a bit of an argument. I said, if it helps, I'll get off at the next stop. But it was an express. It just went straight through to Murcia, so 300 miles away, so there's no chance of getting off. And then I said, well, if you get your train driver to reverse the blooming train back to Madrid, I'll get off there, man. So that was no good anyway. I had paid first class because the euro was very good rate, exchange rate. So I ended up by saying, is this how you treat all your first class passengers in Spain? Or is it just the English? Always the diplomat.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, let's have a listen to Fly This Train, shall we?
Yeah.
Is this train going slow? I wanna fly this train, see the men look nice again. I wanna fly this train, see my girl again.
So I understand you did the artwork for Fly This Train as well.
I did. Yes, I admit it. I know it looks like a 4-year-old did it. And I know at school I was absolutely useless at art, and my gran often did my arts homework for me. But yes, I did it, yes. Before you mock, though, my picture fits into an art school known as Art Brut or raw art. I prefer to think that my song and the artwork are psychedelic surrealism. I like psychedelic surrealism. That's my favourite genre, really.
Psychedelic surrealism.
Psychedelic surrealism.
Very good. Do you think that Hey Mr. Dreamer comes under that category as well?
No, it doesn't. I don't think you can do songs of all the same type on an album.
Okay.
And I'm a bit worried about Hey Mr. Dreamer because really it's showing my vulnerable side. It's much easier to do psychedelic surrealist songs, I think. But here you go.
So being a bit more tender than normal.
I think so, yeah.
Excellent. Let's have a listen to Hey Mr. Dreamer.
My best for me and you. Hey, Mr. Dreamer, play a song for me. I wanna hear it, and a tune and a key. Play for me.
That was a bit of the song Radio Star from Geoff's album Mr. Folly. Geoff, it sounds like it's about someone in particular, is that true?
Yes. My father was born in 1924 and he built his own radios as a boy and was a radio operator for the RAF during World War II, round pegs in round holes and all that sort of thing. And after the war, he built his own radio station and transmitted as G3RDM, George 3 Radio, Denmark, Mexico.
Amazing.
I could sometimes be heard in the background on his transmissions playing his guitar. Annoyed him a little bit. But the song's not about my dad. My eldest daughter, Elizabeth, has been a radio producer for the BBC and has produced several programmes for Women's Hour. But the song's not about my daughter or my dad.
Okay.
The song's about me.
Okay.
It's all about me. I want to be a radio star and hear my songs played on the radio.
Of course you do. Who doesn't? Okay, so you first recorded another song, The Music Ain't Gonna Stop Now, in 1969. Is that true?
Yes, I've got the recording. I don't know if you want to play that as well. But yes, it was just me and my guitar in my bedroom. I recorded on my Brendel reel-to-reel and made an album. And this was one of the songs on it. Because I didn't really know music theory in those days, some of the chord progressions are quite unusual, but I've kept them for the new version. You just put chords together, and if you like the sound of them, no musical knowledge necessary.
Absolutely.
I'm in love with you. The music ain't gonna stop, the music ain't gonna stop now.
Okay, Geoff, so what are your expectations for the album?
Well, everybody knows, I think, that artists put the life and soul into making an album and stand back and release it to the whole world. And what's next? Well, in lots of people's cases, nothing. Complete indifference and apathy is the norm. So I don't have expectations as such. What will be, will be. I think those who expect the least are least disappointed, sort of thing.
That sounds very wise.
And you usually need money for promotion push, have any hope of commercial clout that brings any sort of financial success, and I'm not expecting that. So, look, I've written my songs and I've recorded them, and I've loved doing it. If others like them, great. If not, that's fine too. My only expectation really is to gradually build up interest after each release.
So it's really, you just hope that a few people enjoy listening to your music.
Yeah, that's and a few more enjoy
And
after each album, sort of thing.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. So what is next after this album?
Well, as you know, as you've produced most of the work, I've recorded well over 100 songs for release, and there's just as many in the pipeline. Until now, I've basically kept these songs in my private collection for the pleasure of my ears only. Now the world's ears are going to get the chance to hear these recordings, whether they like it or not. I plan to release 10 albums or so over the next 3 years, or until all these songs have been set free, really. It's an unusual story, I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's an unusual story to have that much material to share with the world. So good on you.
When the days are coming, when the days on the way, when the days are coming, when the days